All right, here's 2-5. This is called solving multi-step equations because now we're solving equations that might require a little more work than some of the other ones. Um, there's a new thing in the section called distribution, and I've already talked to you about the SAM-DEP, I assume. I believe I have. It's just when you're solving an equation, you want to work backwards, do your addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, any exponents, any parentheses. We're not going to have a lot of exponents yet, but at some point you will. So the new thing you need to realize is there's this thing called distribution. It's where I take this number in front and I can multiply everything on the inside by it. So that's like positive 1. Positive 1 times negative 3 would be a negative 3x equals 60. And then I add 27, add 27. I get negative 3x equals 87. Divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, I get an answer of x equals negative 29. Now, sometimes, like on this next one here, oops. Yeah. Sorry, if you still need that, pause me or go back, but that's all that takes. Sometimes it does take distribution more than one place. There are other ways to deal with this problem, but right now we're just going to deal with it this one way. Don't forget the sign. So I have 18 minus 12x equals negative 12x plus 18. I'm going to add 12x, and I get 18 equals 18. I'm going to we might as well talk about it now. So when you have a problem work out where the variables just cancel each other out, like these ones did, then you end up with numbers equaling numbers. So the only thing you have to ask yourself in this situation is, when is 18 equal to 18? Last time I checked, 18 is always equal to 18, so that is why it is all solutions. Now if you work that problem and it worked out to like 18 equaled negative 18, or 18 equaling 6, something like that, those are both examples of no solution, but I'm going to go through that a little bit more here in a second. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and do this last one here at the bottom of the page. So once again, we distribute. That gets me 10/3 x plus 20 equals 1/3 x minus 7. Then I do what we did on that last section. I'm going to move the x's so they're all on one side, which is what I did on the last problem. Once again, just like I said last time, I want to move the smaller one to the bigger side. So I get 9/3 x plus 20 equals, don't forget your sign right there. It's negative 7, which is why I have a negative 7. And then if you're real bright, you might realize that 9 divided by 3 actually makes 3. So we can just change that to 3. Subtract 20, because now I'm just working it like a regular problem. If you didn't realize that 9 divided by 3 makes 3, you can just technically work it like we had before. But I like to simplify things as much as you can. So do be watching for those sort of things, because the simpler it is, the easier it is to deal with. So I find out that x equals negative 9 in this case. Yeah. Like I said, I was going to come back to the all solution, no solution thing. Simply the trick is this. When you're doing all solution versus no solution, you just end up with the same number equals the same number. So 5 equals 5, 2 equals 2, 0 equals 0, negative 18 equals negative 18, etc., etc. And once again, you will note that the x's get canceled. They're gone. The variable goes away. Here I should put variable instead of x. Then on the no solution side, but I talked about this a little bit, but it'll be a number that is not equal to, and I'll put this little slash there, that means not equal to, a different number. So like 5 equals negative 2, 2 equals 0, 1 equals negative 11, etc., etc. So it's a case where it's literally never true. So all you have to ask yourself, when is it true? It's either going to be always or never. That's the real big difference. Always or never. So now that we've gone through that, hopefully you can handle this. We'll obviously do some more practice in class. If you have any questions, you can always come see me or send me an email. Otherwise, have a good evening, and I will see you soon.